So, Ubiist, you're thinking about becoming a flatbedder. Let's talk about a few things you may want to consider purchasing before you get your journey started. Ubiist of the Tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. Well, you want to become a flatbedder, and you're going to get a crap load of advice. Probably 80% of it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to tell you some things that I purchased, and it would be some things that some people advised me to get and some people who advised me not to get it. And I'm just going to let you know what I purchased that I actually use, okay? And it did come from some of that 80% good information, okay? So, number one, leather gloves. Very, you don't care what part of trucking you're going to go into, you're going to have some leather gloves, okay? Don't get cheap. Get some decent leather gloves, okay? Leather work gloves. And then I normally keep 3 pair. So I keep 2 new pair of gloves, 2 in my cabinet and then 1 down by the door that I use every day. And if I tend to get them, if I lose them or just get too dirty or whatever, I just trash them and reach up and get a brand new one. But when I get a new pair down, next time I'm at the store, I grab an extra pair because I want to make sure that I always have a 3 pair. Why 3? 1 that I'm using right away, 2 spares. 1 is a spare for me, and 1 that I can give away if somebody actually needs it. If I see somebody doing some nastiness and they don't have gloves, okay? So that's why I keep them. And it's like $11, so it is what it is. And then the another pair of regular work gloves, okay? And I use those strapping and tarping. Generally the leather ones that are a little bit tighter to your hand, I use that for fueling, pre-trip stuff, things like that, okay? So those 2 different type of gloves you're gonna need. Now, a lot of the stuff that I purchased at Harbor Freight. And so what I'm gonna do is at the end of this video, you're gonna see a clippets of photos that I've taken out of the website from Harbor Freight, and so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as I describe these things to you, okay? And so some flatbed specific things you're gonna need is a pole for your V boards to put your V boards in place. That you're gonna get on Amazon, and I'm gonna put a link to that down at the bottom, okay? Everything else you can probably get from Harbor Freight. You can buy some spare V boards, or they're edge protectors, okay? Basically what they are. In fact, I'll put a link to some edge protectors that you can also get on Amazon down below, okay? Most of the companies you work for, like Melton, did give me a fair amount of them. I had got them off of another truck, so they weren't like brand new, but you can actually buy some at the Melton's store. They don't provide those. I mean, things we destroy them, we lose them, we mistreat them. So I get it that the company don't provide those, but I will put them down below so you can grab you some of those, okay? In all, flatbed stuff, if you purchase it yourself, you can spend quite a bit of cash up front, okay? But we're not going to spend that much, okay? It may cost you a few $100s, maybe $500, okay? And the most expensive is the 2 things that I'm going to talk about right now, and that is ladders, okay? I have 3 those, I guess you want to call them ladders, okay? And two of them are basically step stools, okay? One is a smaller step stool, and then another one is a longer step stool. It's a little bit taller, and then an actual ladder, and it's a multifunctional ladder, so it extends and it folds and does a lot of different things. It can actually become one of those just a ladder, straight extension ladder. So I'm gonna put a link to that one down below, all from Harbor Freight, all three of them. So why would I need all three of those? Okay, because the downside to having that ladder with the multiple deals that I have, the downside to it is it's rather heavy and it's a little cumbersome to use sometimes. But when you need to have a ladder, that's the one you want, because it can get where you want it to go, and then it can compact and not be some long thing, right? So the next one is a little shorter, a little wider, and the reason I like that one is because I can put it up against a semi-tall load. I can put this actually on the deck of the trailer. Stand on the deck of the trailer, get on top of that little step load. I can even walk back and forth on it. You'll see what I'm talking about. I can even walk back and forth on it, and then when I want to, I can climb up and down the load very easily. Okay, I can also take that one down, put it down on the ground, and reach up and walk a couple of steps over and get another one. It's really get another piece of the flap to pull down, and so it actually helps out quite a bit, and it's lighter and it's easier to move down a little bit more, because maybe the load, when you pull your bungees around, you want to clasp it up on a D-ring. That D-ring may be just a slight bit out of reach, but this long deal, it's almost like a scaffold that's about 6 foot, not 6 foot, maybe 4 foot, something like that. It looks like a foldable scaffold, and man, it's worth its weight. Okay, none of those are expensive. The smaller one that I just step up to use for a single step, that it was like $20. Okay, and you'll see them. They'll have all at Harbor Freight. Okay. So those three ladders I find very helpful, and the extendable ladder, I've got them on my catwalk, and I'll show you a picture of it. And you just put it down, and the other ones are almost lay on top of it, and so then when you ratchet strap them down, they're all out of the way. Okay, and they can all ride together. Okay, it's really cool, real easy. Okay, other than that. These trucks come with refrigerators, so I don't know how much you actually put in your refrigerator, but you're gonna need a lot to drink. So, and I take, excuse me, look at my head, this little deal, and on the days that that I know it's warm outside, and I'm going to deliver or pick up, I'm going to be outside for a while, I'm going to get a little hot and sweaty and want something to drink, then at those times I'll stop at the truck stop and fill that thing up with ice, and then pour a Gatorade in it, and then start my day. By the time I get to the shipper, it'll be cool enough for me to enjoy drinking it. Okay, so that's that you may not say, well, that's not a tool. Of course it's a tool, because your body is a tool, and you're going to need that to keep your body temperature in order. Okay, the vast majority of things that you're going to need as a flatbed is going to be provided by your company. Okay, I did buy extra bungees, and I would suggest, especially if you're coming to Melton, to get those bungees when you go to the terminal in Tulsa, because they are priced way better than if you was to get them elsewhere. So when I go up there every time, even if I don't need bungees, I go get 2 boxes, 50 bungees in a box. You'll get a free 100, I mean not free, but get 100 bungees, and I think you pay like $35 for 50 bungees, man. I mean, that's you can't beat that, and you will need them. Okay, safety glasses. You don't want a bungee coming and getting in your face. So safety glasses, a hard hat, a safety vest, requirements, steel toe boots. I like the I don't have them in here because I keep them under my bunk. But find you some. I like they're almost they're work boots, but they're almost like cowboy style where I can pull them on and off really easy. And they get kind of dirty, so you don't sit there and mess with laces. So if you can get a work boot steel toe that you can slip in and slip out, that's what you want, because like I said, sometimes you go in some nasty places, and laces is just not gonna last. Okay, so you don't want that. Okay, and some of these companies, they will not allow you out. You get out of your truck and walk in there, and they see you don't have the vest on, they'll be pointing you to go back to your truck. And they'll be pointing at the sign. You knew, because the sign coming in, that sign say high vis, hard hat, safety glasses requirement. So you get out of your truck and they send you back. Do it again, they send you home. You can't pick up your load because you're not abiding by their rules. So you got to have those things in your truck. So get those. Other than that, man, there's just not a whole lot of extra stuff that's outside of what the company provides. If you hadn't gone flatbedding before, and they put you with a trainer, well, you're gonna have some time. You're gonna just kind of mimic what the trainer is got. But if you're going solo, these little things that I'm gonna put down at the back of this deal, you just want to go to Harbor Freight and pick them up. Get them before you go, because you're gonna need them. Okay, so it's not a lot, but it is things that are necessary. Okay, they are necessary, and you will use them. So there's a lot of stuff I can say get, but I'm gonna put down there the things that most definite you're gonna have to have if you're gonna be a flatbedder. So I hope there's gonna be enough information for you guys. And again, it is by no means everything that you gotta have. Okay, but it's a start. Okay, Ubius, come on out here and do some flatbedding with me. Hey, by the way, if you want to join Melton, before you contact Melton, contact me. They got a little contest going on, and then I can refer you, and they'll give me a contest point. You know, it changes so regular. I don't know what the incentive is, but I'd like to get whatever the incentive is, right? Okay. And anyways, if any of you guys don't want to do flatbed, but you want to get into trucking, Autumn is back doing recruiting. And she is not doing recruiting for one specific company. She's doing it for several companies. And so she can really, really help you guys get going. The thing is, do not get on the computer and think that you're going to go out and get some information on your own, because when you do, then they will assign you somebody, and it's going to be very difficult for another recruiter to help you. So don't do that. Don't do that. You may as well get with somebody that's not going to lie to you, and somebody who's going to have your best interest in mind. Because remember, when you're going through her, she can actually give you a variety of companies to choose from, not just the one that you pick up the phone and called. The one you pick up the phone and call, they the best company on the face of the planet. If you don't believe them, ask that recruiter. They'll tell you they're the best. But what if it don't fit? You know, what if in your area they don't have what you want? She can tell you that another company that does have what you want in your area and steer you that way. Her information will be down below. I'm so glad to see that she's, back doing some recruiting, because it's very difficult to find someone who's honest, that's going to shoot you straight in recruiting. They're just so few and far in between. So glad she's back. Her information will be at the bottom. Hit her up. Let her know 50 Plus sent you. And here's your boop. Deliver undistracted.